And welcome to Gregory Arena on the campus of North Central College in Naperville, Illinois. We got some North Central College women's basketball on deck for you. Got the men coming up after this game, a doubleheader for you on NCTV 17. But first, we start with the women. North Central coming into this game against Elmhurst College with a record of 10-10 on the season, 3-6 in CCIW play. Inversely, the Blue Jays coming in with the same record in conference play, 3-6, 9-11 overall. So they're just a game behind North Central in the overall standings, but as you'd expect, a evenly matched matchup for the Cardinals here tonight. Cardinals, as you may know, come in with the highest scoring offense in the entire nation, 89 points a game. That leads the entire nation, obviously leads the CCIW as well. They also lead the nation in three-point field goals made per game with just around 12. Elmhurst, on the other hand, as we're going through the starting lineups right now, I'll get you those starting lineups in just a second. Elmhurst, if you look at the stats, at least comparatively to the CCIW, an average defense and average offense as well. They rank right in the middle of the conference in both those categories as far as scoring offense and points allowed per game, but they are led by a very good sophomore player. That's Fiona McMahon, starting for the Blue Jays, and we'll go through the rest of the starting lineup too while we're at it. Fiona McMahon, the forward, 00, that's her number, 6'1" sophomore. She averages a double-double on the season, 14 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, so that's the one Blue Jay you got to watch out for if you are the Cardinals. Also starting at the forward spot for Elmhurst, Tess McGart. She's a 5'10" sophomore, coming in with around 11 points per game, the second leading scorer on the team. Devin Vaughn, number 3, Karen Sinet, number 22, and Kim Schwertman. All the three guards, Schwertman, number 10, and they do some of the dirty work, more assists, more rebounds as well. For the Cardinals starting, Emily Murphy, number 23, number 34, Kimberly Wilson. Those are the forwards in the lineup. Number 12, Michelle Todd. Number 20, Bobby Johns. And number 22, Marissa Cladis. Those are the three guards in the lineup. But if you've seen a North Central game this season, you know they switch players in basically at every dead ball, what we affectionately call a line change. Basically, 5 players come in, 5 players come out. North Central plays an up-tempo offense and like to get players in and out and conserve energy. So even though the starting lineup has been called, basically you'll see every single player on the Cardinals roster getting minutes tonight. That's the way Coach Michelle Roof has done it the entire season. North Central does, have a considerable amount of wins this season. They've had the most wins since the 2008-2009 campaign when they had 12 wins against 13 losses on the season. And they're at 10 wins now. Elmhurst starting with the ball, just underway from Gregory Arena inside of Murner Fieldhouse. I'm Justin Zipser. Thanks so much for joining us on NCTV. As you see the Blue Jays coming out, attacking the basket, or at least trying to. Cardinals double teaming on every opportunity they have in the paint. 5-footer, no good. Off the hands of Katie Swanson, guard, 5'5". Wilson gets going here early with a shot. Far side does not get it to go a little bit long. North Central, again, leading the nation in three-point shots made per game. But they're actually 7th in the conference in three-point field goal percentage. Shot no good from Melanie Swartman. Blue Jays keep it, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Little runner just outside the lane from Karen Sinet. First points on the board, 2-0 early on. Just about a minute into the game. Again, I was mentioning before, nation leader in three-point shots made per game as we got a line change first of the game for the Cardinals. But North Central 7th in the conference in three-point field goal percentage. They put up around 900 three-point shots this season, and they've made around 27% of those shots. Cooling, Newsom, and now Back outside for Lauren Hernandez. Her first shot of the game up and good from three-point land. So the Cardinals grab an early lead, 3-2. Almost a turnover. Cardinals very good turnover margin. Force a lot of those per game. Inside, easy bucket, no good. And on the putback, it's a foul. Stephanie Mitchell went up with it, got fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line for a couple of shots. Foul on Lauren Shoemaker, her first team foul. Both good at the line from Mitchell. 2 points for her. She averages around 4 on the season per game, so she's already halfway to her season average. As we're almost around 2 minutes inside. No good. Shoemaker couldn't get it to go. Now the Blue Jays off and running. Up by a point, 4-3 early on. Gregory Arena. Nice move inside, up and in. Basket good for the Blue Jays. Swertman on the shot. Got another line change for North Central, third of the game. Actually, you know what, second of the game. 6-3 early on, Blue Jays on top. You know, I mentioned before the game the one player that North Central really have to look out for, Fiona McMahon, 0-0. She's not out on the game, hasn't checked in yet. And I don't have a good view from my angle as to see where she is on the bench, if she's in uniform or not. So she's not in the game yet, if she will be at all. It was Swanson on that three-point shot made for North Central. Game tied at 6. And we're around 2.5 minutes into the first half of action. You see this a lot. North Central gives up a lot of easy baskets in the backcourt. They like to apply that front court pressure and like to force mistakes. Oftentimes they do, but when they don't, you see a lot of easy buckets like you just saw from Mitchell underneath the basket. Emily Murphy on the other end to answer for North Central. First basket of the game from Murphy, and we got a tie game once again at 8 apiece. Almost a turnover. Let's see who touched it last. And they're going to say, referees that is, that Blue Jays touched it last. So North Central takes control of the ball. So like I mentioned, North Central forces a lot of turnovers. They rank 7th in the nation in turnover margin. That's the difference between how many turnovers you force and how many you give up. And they have a plus 10 margin in that stat. 7th in the nation. Foul on Sinet, blocking foul, non-shooting foul, so North Central keeps the ball, no free throws. Cladis, three-point shot, no good. If it's offensive board, Cladis will get another shot here, right to the rim, no one in the paint, and Cladis gets it to go. 10-8, North Central on top. Another turnover, another three-point shot, no good. Tip back, and that's what you got to do. Get into the paint, tip it back, and let some of those guards get the offensive board. Nice pass inside to Shoemaker, and no one's in the paint for her. Now the Cardinals up 12-8, 16.5 remaining in the first half. North Central off to a good start shooting the ball. Couple of lead changes so far in this game. North Central coming off a loss against Carthage on Wednesday night. They lost by 25 points. 105-80 was the final score at Carthage College. North Central fell to 10-10 with that loss. 7 lead changes in the first half in that game. North Central stuck with Carthage for most of the game as more pressure being applied here near the timeline. And Elmhurst finally breaks the press. 7 on the shot clock. They're going to have to get a shot up here quickly. Far side 3, no good. Offensive board. It was Swanson on the three-point shot attempt. And Claire Monroe coming with the offensive board. Here's Mitchell inside. No shot, travel, and that's another turnover. North Central gets the ball right back up by 4 points. Going back to that game against Carthage on Wednesday night, see Mitchell take a seat on the bench after the travel call. 7 lead changes in the first half for North Central. Stuck with Carthage pretty well. Carthage, a team leading the conference with an unbeaten record in conference play, 9-0. They're also 17-3 overall. It was a tough task for North Central as they turn the ball over and give it right back to Elmhurst. But a 13-4 run to close the first half really did North Central in. They were not able to get back into the game in the second half and fell by 25 points to Carthage. Looking to get back off on the right foot here at home against Elmhurst, and so far doing a good job as a three-point tap goes awry. And now here's Kim Wilson on the fast break to the paint, whistle, shot's good, and they're going to call a and one. So Kimberly Wilson gets it to go. She'll go line to complete. You know what? Actually, I'm wrong. That was an offensive foul call. First on Wilson, second personal. Looked like the players were lining up for a foul shot, but what do I know? Press broken on the other end. Inside shot up and good for Elmhurst. It's Tess Gotthard just stepped into the game. Here's Wilson trying to get a couple points back. Quick shot for her. She's now 0 for 2 from the field. Inside, up, good, and the foul. It's Gotthard once again. She had the basket on the previous possession. And she gets it to go right here again, and she'll go to the line to complete the three-point play if she gets it to go. Game tied at 12 points, a little 4-0 run for the Blue Jays. Foul was on, let's see here, Emily Murphy, first personal on Murphy. Third team foul, got a line change for North Central, 5 in, 5 out. And Gotthard at the line to complete the three-point play. She does it. Another lead for Elmhurst. About a quarter of the way into the first half. And another offensive foul. Carly Resin just kind of barreled her way into the paint. She ran right into Devin Vaughn. First for Resin, fourth team foul. North Central down by a point. Gotthard again, but this time she gets the call on her, an offensive foul. Goes right back to North Central. It's Sophie Newsom taking the charge, and we see her do that so often during the season. Along with her three-point shot, that ability for her to take charges, kind of her calling card. Four turnovers for Elmhurst, 3 for North Central. Newsom wild pass. She got it back to Hernandez, puts up for 3, no good. Here's Shoemaker on the offensive board. Her shot no good again. And Resin finally gets it to go. I think they're going to call a foul as well. Referees will convene to see if it was on the shot or not. So a couple of offensive rebounds lead to a couple points for North Central. And they're going to call a foul on Elmhurst. It was on Gotthard, but off the ball. So there will be no and one opportunity for Resin. But still a couple points for North Central, and they take the lead right back. Hernandez almost forces a turnover on the other side. Inside, press broken. Nice defense from Newsom, forces a bad shot. Offensive board goes right to Schwartman, and she puts it up and in. Back and forth game at Gregory Arena. North Central down by a point. 14 minutes, a little bit over 14 minutes to go in the first half of action. North Central trying to get back over 500 on the season to 10-11 with the win. Newsom, quick shot, couldn't get it to go. Ball rolls out of bounds, and they'll stay with North Central. Line change for the Cardinals. Wilson, Cooling, Murphy, Amanda Hoy and Marion Beck in there for North Central. Ball almost ripped away by Wilson, I believe. Either way, it's going to be picked up by Beck, so North Central forces a 5th turnover for Elmhurst. Here's Wilson again, far side 3. I believe she banked that somehow from the far side corner, gets it to go either way. It goes in for North Central, 17-5. The Cardinals take a 2-point lead. Sloppy play from Elmhurst here, at least trying to get it past the timeline offensively. Yeah, we got an Elmhurst timeout. Coach Tethany Carrillo. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. 6th year for Carrillo, 79-69 record over her 6 years at Elmhurst. Among those years at Elmhurst, they were one win shy of advancing to the national tournament. That was the 2009-2010 season. They won 19 games that year. And last year, Elmhurst had a pretty solid season as well. 16-9 overall, 7-7 in the conference. Took a step back this season. Again, they're 9-11 overall, 3-6 in conference play. In the lower half of the conference standings, along with North Central at 3-6 over in the CCIW. Elmhurst can take the lead, tie with this possession. It's a 1-possession game. Ball tipped on the floor. It's Beck. Let's see what they call this one. Might be a timeout, might be a jump ball. Let's see what they did here. It'll go to North Central. And 5 in, 5 out. Beck, the player on the floor, forcing another turnover for the Cardinals. 7th turnover for Elmhurst so far. We saw a game for North Central. I believe it was the Augie game on the 12th of January, in which they forced 47 turnovers. So they force a lot. They give up a lot too, but again, the turnover margin in North Central's favor, 7th in the nation with the plus 10 turnover margin. Inbound quickly. And almost another turnover for Elmhurst, but they're able to keep it. Inside, low runner up and good from Sinet. Got a defender up in the air with the pump fake and simply ran to the lane. And on the other side, Jenny Swanson for 3. Just checked into the game. She gets her first shot of the game. North Central with their 3rd 3-pointer so far in this contest. For around 12.5 remaining in the first half. North Central by 3 points. Shot no good off the backboard by Mitchell. There's some contact there, but no foul called. Bobby Johns on the other side, tried to get in a runner of her own, no good. And Mitchell pulls down the board. North Central still up by 3 points. Right to the basket is Schwerdman. 4th point of the game. She also has a couple of assists as well. Elmhurst back within a point. Excuse me, Mitchell rather on the last bucket. She has 6 points. It's only 2 for Schwerdman, 6 for Mitchell. Newsom runner could not get it to go off the backboard. I don't even think it hit rim. Either way, rebound to Elmhurst. I believe they have a foul immediately. Foul on Hernandez. She grabbed Nikki Moan, who checked into the game on the last dead ball. Well, staying with Elmhurst, nice effort on the far side. I believe that was Sinet diving for the ball while it was going out of bounds. She forced it back the other way, went off a North Central player, and Blue Jays will keep it down by a single point. 11:30 left in the first half. into the lane. It was Swanson who could not corral it. Now North Central on the run. Shooting 44% from the field. Cooling with a bid to increase that, and she does just that. A near side wing three-pointer for Kelsey Cooling. North Central's lead up to 4 points. That full court press giving Elmhurst some trouble, but they're able to break it here. Inside, Sinet, ball rolling around the front of the rim, no good. Mitchell grabs the board, her shot no good. And it looks like we're gonna have a jump ball situation. And the arrow pointing Elmhurst's direction. Stay with them. Sophie Newson amongst the trees to try to grab that rebound, right along with Mitchell, much larger defender. Newston at 5'7" and Mitchell at 5'11", able to force a jump ball. Fresh shot clock for Elmhurst as they'll go out of the half court. Sinet finds a wide open Blue Jay underneath the net. It was Whitney Schaefer. Saw the double team chasing Sinet around the corner. Wilson's shot no good. She struggled from the field here tonight. And found a wide open Blue Jay right underneath the hoop. 2-on-1 for Elmhurst. Shot no good up from Schaefer, who just hit that buck on the last possession. North Central by a couple points. Wilson bidding for a shot to go. Finally he does. Wilson, far side right, left wing three-pointer. Got a foul on North Central. Six points for Kim Wilson, who just made that three-point shot for North Central. 2 of 5 shooting. She's 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. The foul was on Beck, 7th team foul. So Swanson at the line for Elmhurst for a 1-on-1 situation. Gets the first to go. And the second one as well. Elmhurst shooting well from the free throw line so far. They are 4 of 4. Haven't missed a shot yet. North Central yet to shoot a free throw. 14 fouls on Elmhurst. A couple of fouls to give. Shot no good from Hoy, but bounces right to Marissa Cladis. North Central will get a shot to reset. Shot clock was not reset, so there's 9 and counting. Here's Shoemaker inside, gets it to go. Shoemaker has been very consistent on the season with the shot near the basket. She leads the team in points per game with 12.5. Next closest is Emily Murphy, 8.7. So despite everyone getting into the game and a lot of point distribution for the Cardinals as they force a turnover and as John's on the run, they do like to go into Shoemaker as they do right again there. So another basket for Lauren. The lead pushed to 7, largest of the game for North Central. As we near 9 minutes to go in the first half. Quickly, the other side, it's Elmhurst getting the basket. Again, they broke the press. And once you break that press, you can cross the timeline easily against North Central's defense. More often than not, you're going to find a good look near, around the basket. Lead cut to 5, North Central with the ball, and Resin racing it right to the other side of the court. Wilson pump fake, she'll drive into the lane, and I believe she got fouled on her way to the basket. I'm not sure if it was a shooting foul. And they're going to say no shot. No continuation, and North Central will take it out from underneath their own basket. Foul was on Rachel Sensmeyer. Second personal on Rachel. And the 5th maybe it's the fourth. We got a delay here. I believe they're getting something right with the clock. Still some confusion with the referees here. I was going to say there's fourth team foul. I was going to say fifth rather, and it looked like there was 4 on the clock or the scoreboard beforehand, and now they have changed it to 5. So 5 team fouls for Elmhurst. A long delay to get that number changed on the scoreboard. Either way, North Central still taking the ball out from underneath their own basket, up by 5 points. 8:40 to go in the first half. Cooling unloads from three-point land. No good on the shot. It hit front rim. And hard to the floor, Devin Vaughn. I believe she got tripped up by a Cardinals player. A foul. She'll go to the line for a 1-on-1 situation. Fouls on Cooling, her first personal, 7th team foul. It's going to be 8th team foul, and Elmhurst still in that bonus situation. Vaughn, who took a hard spill, will go to the line to shoot a couple. Or a 1-on-1, excuse me. And every single player except for Vaughn, who's shooting the 1-on-1 at the line in the backcourt. So it looks like they're getting a little conservative as far as North Central's pressure offense. You see Resin tried to push it up court right to the basket, but because the 4 Elmhurst players were already in the backcourt, she had to kind of pull back. Here's Cooling into the paint. Couldn't find anyone to pass it off to. And her pivot foot slipped. It's a turnover, travel. North Central only their 6th turnover. Compare that to the 8 that Elmhurst has. Here's Vaughn to the cup. Nice little no-look fake pass. And here she is trying to grab the ball from Resin. It's going to be a foul on Vaughn. She can do nothing but laugh, getting up off the ground. See some of the fans at Murner Fieldhouse, Greg Arena, not enjoying the game all too much, but why not? Cardinals up by 3 points, 30-27, 8-10 remaining in the first half. I guess basketball's an acquired taste. Have to kind of grow into it. That young fan not ready for the big time as a fan yet. And on the other side of the court, Swanson hits her second 3 of the game. She got 6 points, and now the North Central lead increased to 6 points. Racing to the other side, a little bank off the backboard from Godhart. Another basket for Tess Godhart. Wide open, top of the key. Michelle Todd cannot get it to go. Elmhurst on the run. You see, when Elmhurst is able to break that press and they have the man advantage near the basket, more often than not, they can get the ball into the hoop. This time it took her 3 tries, but Godhart finally gets it to go. She's got 9 points now. 4 or 5 from the field for Godhart. Now it's a 2-point game for North Central. Very quickly, their lead diminishes. They go inside to Shoemaker. Good defense from Elmhurst, and Schwerdman knew exactly where Shoemaker was going to turn as far as weak side, strong side. Schwerdman gets a shot partially blocked by Hernandez, it looked like, but it went right to Godhart once again. 11 points for Tess Godhart. Got a tie game. We are all knotted up at 33 apiece. Hernandez, oh my, what a shot, falling away from the hoop. I'm not sure she was looking at the hoop when she put that up, but got it to go. Great shot from Lauren Hernandez. And she, along with the rest of the Cardinals on the floor, will take a seat on the bench, replaced by a new group of 5. Another line change for North Central, up by 2 points with 6:44 remaining in the first half of play. Elmhurst getting bogged down underneath their own basket with that full-court press, and they're going to take a timeout. Good call there from Coach Carrillo. Probably saw that 8-second rule in case you have, before you have to cross the timeline. Called timeout before it was a turnover. Anyway, North Central still up by 2 points, 35-33, 6:40 remaining in the first half. Come back with us and for more North Central college basketball right here on NCTV.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Back here on NCTV 17, Justin Zipser and Gregory Arena. North Central up by 2 points, 35-33 over Elmhurst, as Elmhurst trying to desperately break that full-court press. They've had trouble with it all night. Another forced turnover. Sophie Newsom grabs the steal. Beck up with the left hand. Could not get it to go. And another turnover, is maybe they're going to call it either way. It's going to say, referee's going to say a jump ball. 2 Cardinals were on the floor, along with Elmhurst's Sinet. Jump ball and possession arrow pointing North Central's direction. So the Cardinals forced a couple turnovers in consecutive possessions. Couldn't get anything out of it on the last possession after the turnover. Let's see if they can do better here. Up by 2 points. Emery Bachman into the game. She had the ball in the paint, and now it's Bobby Johns back to Bachman. Near side shot, no good, way off. And Cladis with the offensive rebound. So here's Newsom for another shot for 3 points. Her shot similarly does not hit the rim. Elmhurst on the run. 2-on-1 break. Mitchell didn't want to pull the trigger. She gets it inside on the smaller defender in Newsom and gets it to go. Mitchell 5'11", tallest player on the court. She's been using that size advantage for a couple of baskets, but also the rebounding as well. She's got 3 of those. Foul was on Vaughn. You see Todd Raridan, head coach of the men's team there, chatting it up, watching the women's team play. Again, the men coming up against very same Blue Jays, the men's version. After this game at around 7 o'clock. We'll have that for you on NCTV 17. But right now, again, the women's on. Newsom hits the first of the 1-in-1 situation. Cardinals break even with the team foul situation, so they're in the bonus. 7th team foul for Elmhurst. First points of the game for Sophie. She hits both from the line. She was 0 of 3 from the field as she takes a seat on the bench. Cardinals back up by 2 points, 37-35. 5:35 and counting remaining in the first half. Press broken once again. A little runner, 5 feet out, is up and good off the hands of Godhart. She got 13 points, leading all scorers in this game. Another foul on Elmhurst. North Central to the line. Foul was on Katie Swanson. Again, not to be confused with Jenny Swanson. And Jenny plays for North Central. She leads the Cardinals in points with 9. Foul was on Katie, her first personal of Elmhurst. Breslin at the line hits the first of 2 shots. Gets the second one to go. Both teams shooting pretty well from the line. North Central 4 of 4, Elmhurst 5 of 6. Only 1 missed shot from the charity stripe between both teams. Risky pass inside to Godhart, and she gets offensive foul called on her. Michelle Todd playing safety in the backcourt, if you will. Stood tall, stood strong, and forced the charge. Second personal on Godhart. Derek Raridan, Vince Kamek, Jack Burchett, Landon Gamble on the right side, going left to right. Watching the women play as well. We saw Todd Reardon supporting the women moments ago. Steal, and another steal. First North Central gave it away, and then Elmhurst does the same thing. Here's Resin, far side. Wilson, pump fake into the lane with the right hand, no good. Offensive board will go to Murphy. Resin finds herself right underneath the hoop. She loses it. No points out of that possession. And Vaughn with the ball, breaking the press, 2-on-1 pass inside. Shot no good off the left hand of Schwerdman, excuse me. This ball's just bouncing around, trying to wait for a possession before I call it. And there's going to be a loose ball fouls, both teams going for the ball. And that'll be on North Central. So Elmhurst to the line. Five in, 5 out for North Central. Another line change. The foul was on Kelsey Cooling, her second personal. 9th team foul. Sinet will step to the line for Elmhurst. Shooting a 1-and-1. Gets the first to go. 5th point of the game for Karen Sinet. 2 of 3 from the field. Couple rebounds as well. Deep breath before the free throw. And she is money from the line. Carthage extends their hot shooting from the charity stripe. Here's Newsom, top of the key. North Central giving up the lead. It's a tie game at 39 apiece. And we got to travel. Swanson couldn't keep that pivot foot down. You saw her hop on that left foot. Easy call for the referee to make. North Central with another turnover. They're 9th of the game. Elmhurst with 12 turnovers, respectively. Most of them coming from this full court press that North Central has shown. Godhart, she's able to break it. Had a bunny at the hoop, could not get it to go, hit front rim, and lucky for her, she was right there for the offensive board. So Elmhurst with another shot for some points into the paint. It's Schwerdman, she gets it to go. And Elmhurst battles back. They were down by 7 points at one point, and they have taken the lead back from the Cardinals. Here's Newsom try to get it right back for North Central. Her shot way off. Ball bounces out of bounds, and it will go to Elmhurst. And Sophie is forced, or drawn a charge, I should say, which is, again, her bread and butter play. But offensively, she has struggled a little bit here tonight. 0 of 4 from the field. North Central forces another turnover, 13th of the game for Elmhurst. Here's Shoemaker going right to work in the paint. The little runner is up and good. Nicely done by Shoemaker. It's my opinion, at least, when the Cardinals make a concerted effort to go to Shoemaker in the paint, she's very good in the paint as North Central forces the 14th Elmhurst turnover. But going back to Shoemaker, when they make a concerted effort to go to her in the paint, she usually rewards North Central with a basket. She's very good in the paint, has a nice bevy of post moves. In the last possession, she was able to tie it up, 41 apiece, 3 minutes to go. Here is Cladis, three-point, banked it in, gets it to go, and Cladis puts it in for 3, 44-41. North Central with a 3-point advantage. Ball rolls out of bounds. Not sure who is off of. It's off a North Central player. That's what the referees say, as Elmhurst will take possession over once again. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Here's that press. Elmhurst able to break it, and it's Schwerdman all alone the other side of the court. Can't see her on your screen yet. Right to the lane. It's a nice take. Nicely done there by Schwerdman, Kim Schwerdman, Melanie's sister. Kim Schwerdman, number 10. Melanie, number 21. And here is Melanie into the paint. And that's offensive foul. Michelle Todd with her second drawn charge of the game. Nicely done. She's taken a note from her teammate, Sophie Newsom. First on Melanie Schwerdman. Double bonus situation for North Central. They'll shoot 2 free throws no matter what from here on out with 2:20 remaining in the first half. And we got another travel inside, and that was on Shoemaker, pleading her case with the ref. But the sly smile may tell us that she knew it was a travel. Elmhurst can take the lead in this possession with the basket. They may not get a shot, though. The press is, well, eventually. Charge. Sophie Newsom gets her second of the game. I think this should be like an official stat for this team. Todd and Newsom really draw so many charges. It's not something that usually seen kept track of in college ball. But for this team, they really should. They do it so often. Really good anticipation from this team. Hoy back in the game with the ball. Passes it off to Shoemaker. 2 minutes and counting left in the first half. North Central by 2 points. Swanson a bid to extend that lead, but no good. Hit left rim. Board goes to the Blue Jays. Godhard across the timeline. Now Melanie Schwerdman to her sister Kim. Inside to Vaughn. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Elmhurst off of Hoy. Another line change for the Cardinals. 5 in, 5 out. Among the players coming in, Michelle Todd, Marion Beck, Bobby Johns, Kelsey Cooling, and Marissa Cladis. Same group in there for Elmhurst. And we got an off-ball foul before the inbound is even attempted. That's going to be on Michelle Todd. Double bonus situation for both squads now. At the line, shooting 2 shots is Melanie Schwerdman. Melanie is a sophomore, and Kim Schwerdman, her sister number 10, is a senior. Sophomore at the line hits both, and Elmhurst grabs that lead back, 45-44. Minute 40 left in the first half. Johns kicks out to Todd. She elects to go into the paint. Nice little back step. And the shot in the paint up and good. So North Central 46-45. And we've got a whistle. Looks like it's another off-ball foul before the inbound is even attempted. And the slow walk, both teams will make it to the other side of the court for the free throws. Foul was on Cooling, her 3rd personal. We'll see how Michelle Roof uses her with the 3 fouls, 2 away from DQing with 1:30 left in the first half. Sinet at the line. 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Elmhurst is fantastic. That's how they've stayed in this game. Make that 11 of 12. They are automatic basically from the free throw line. North Central not too shabby as well. They're 4 of 4, but have not gotten to the line quite as often as the Blue Jays. Another whistle as Beck was attempting to back down on that far side block. I believe that's going to be on Godhard. She had that arm bar on Beck before the entry pass was made. Again, double bonus situation. Beck goes straight to the line for a couple of shots. Scoreless so far. And now she has a point with her first bucket at the free throw line. 0-1 from the field for Marion Beck. Has a steal and a rebound as well in her 8 minutes of work. Godhart will take a seat on the bench. That's her 3rd personal. So that could be very good for North Central. Godhart has been dominating scoring at least. These all scorers with 13 points. She takes a seat on the bench with her 3rd foul. Again, she as well. 2 away from DQing. 1:10 left. North Central with that full court press again, and another travel. Easy one to call. That was on Melanie Schwerdman. A lot of travel calls so far for both squads. 17th turnover of the first half for Elmhurst. 11 for North Central, keeping track at home. Here's Swanson for 3, no good. She's got 9 points, tried to go for 12. Nice rebound from Resin. keep this possession alive for North Central. We're under a minute to play. Game tied at 47. Nice crossover from Wilson into the paint. She gives off to Murphy, and Murphy hits nothing but air. 40 seconds. 25 on the shot clock, about a 15-second difference between the two. And Elmhurst has got a run here. They need to get the ball over the timeline. They do, just barely before the 8-second call. Here's Sinet, far side, near side rather. Her shot no good. Schwertman the rebound, and she puts it in, and Elmhurst takes a lead. Shot clock is turned off. The clock is not running, and they're going to whistle this because the clock was not running until the whistle, and then it started running, which is not how basketball works. Referees, I guess they're going to determine what is put back on, maybe what is taken off. It's really up to them to decide if the clock was running for a period of time longer than it was before the whistle was called, and started running after the whistle. But again, Elmhurst really battled back into this game. They have a rebounding advantage of 12 over North Central, 27 rebounds for Elmhurst, 15 for North Central. Five in, five out for the Cardinals. One of the problems for North Central, because they put up so many shots, obviously the pressure defense as well, they gave up a lot of rebounds, which is a known commodity for this team. They have a rebounding margin on the season, North Central does, of -12. Obviously worst in the CCIW. 13 seconds and counting. Shot clock turned off. Near side three. It's Johns in and out. Elmhurst has 5 seconds to work with. And they're going to get a shot off, it looks like. Sinet's got to put it up quickly. Shot no good. I believe it would have counted if it had gone. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't go. 49-47 North Central. Down by 2 at the half. Again, North Central giving up a lot of points, particularly to Elmhurst's Tess Godhart. 13 points to lead all scorers in this game, but she's got 3 fouls, so we'll see how Elmhurst uses her as they have a 2-point advantage heading into the half. Again, 49-47. We'll be back in around 13 or so minutes for the second half of action. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll hope to see you back for the second half of action. Again, your score 49-47, Blue Jays at the half on NCTV 17. Back here on NCTV's channel 17, Justin Zipser with some North Central College women's basketball. We are back for the second half of action. Elmhurst over North Central 49-47. We have a quick shot for North Central. Ball rolls out of bounds. It will stay with the Cardinals. Going over some first half stats, what stands out to me, again, the big one, North Central being out-rebounded by 12, 28-16. But North Central stayed with Elmhurst because of their three-point shooting. They are 8 of 22 after that last three-point miss to start the second half. They are 8 of 22 from beyond the arc, good for around 37% or so. We got a foul on Elmhurst. North Central will keep the ball. Good for around 37% from beyond the arc. North Central is much better than their season average of 26% from three-point land. So North Central doing a good job of making their open shots, forcing turnovers. Elmhurst has 17 of those. Compare that to North Central's 11 turnovers. So North Central playing to their strengths, their three-point shooting, at least getting them up, making them this time, and definitely playing to their weaknesses as well, giving up a lot of rebounds. Nice pick and pop, or I guess pick and roll, really. Either way, Murphy had a wide open look at the basket, could not get it to go. She grabbed her own rebound. Got fouled. You see Coach Tethany Carrillo there, not happy about the rebounding. So this opening possession for North Central is going on 40 seconds and counting. And they get nothing out of it. Ball rolls out of bounds off of Kim Wilson. And Elmhurst takes over. Leading scorers for Elmhurst in the first half. Tess Godhart, number 11. She had 13 points, led all scorers in the game. And a trio of players with 8 points apiece. As the ball's on the ground, Elmhurst almost turned it over. Godhart not on the court right now. She has 3 fouls. And Hernandez eventually, well, you know what? I'm just going to stop talking until the actual possession is kept, because that ball was on the ground for a couple of moments. Both teams going at it. Inside, Mitchell dropped the shoulder. It's going to be a blocking foul on, let's see, Sophie Newsom. Tried to go for her 3rd drawn charge of the game. Instead, it'll go as a blocking foul on Sophie. First personal, first team foul. I mentioned before the trio of players with 8 points for Elmhurst. That would be Stephanie Mitchell, who's going to the line right now. Mel Schwartzman and Karen Sinet. Mitchell now with 9 points as she hits the first of 2 free throws. For North Central, leading scorer was Jenny Swanson, hit a trio of 3-point shots to get her 9 points on the board. Also 8 points from Lauren Shoemaker and 6 from Kim Wilson. You see the men gearing up, Elmhurst men, for the second part of our doubleheader, as Mitchell made both free throws. North Central men against the Elmhurst men. That's coming up at around 7 o'clock or so, depending on how soon or how late this gets done, as Resin dribbles the dribbles the ball off of her foot. Turnover for North Central. Elmhurst gets the ball back up 4 with around a minute and a half elapsed here in the second half of action. The men, Elmhurst, coming in with a record of 5-15 overall. Bottom of the conference, as right to the hole, Melanie Schwartzman gets it to go. She's got 11 points now. Leading scorer on the court. Again, her teammate Godhart has 13 points, not on the court right now. Newsom to the lane. She gets hacked by Schwartzman. Again, the reset, North Central coming in with a record of 10-10 overall, 3-6 in CCIW play. Cardinals have the same record in conference play, but are 9-11 overall. Newsom makes the first of 2 shots at the line. 4 players take a seat on the bench for North Central. 4 come in, and the next dead ball, Sophie Newsom, will join the players on the bench. Newsom splits the pair at the line. Elmhurst from the line, forgot to mention this as we went over first half stats. Deadly at the charity stripe, 13 of 14. So they've made up a lot of the deficits in their game here tonight by hitting their free throws, getting to the line and hitting them. North Central will get the ball back on the Elmhurst turnover. North Central not too shabby themselves, 6 of 7 from the line, but again have not gotten to the line as much as Elmhurst, making up the differential there. Cardinals down by 5 points, 2 minutes gone here in the second half. It's Bobby Johns on the drive, kicks out to Kim Wilson for 3. No good for Kim. They'll stay right here with North Central. Check that. So we got an off-ball offensive foul going against the Cardinals, so Elmhurst will get the ball back. And that was on Kim Wilson. Didn't see the foul. In either case, 3rd personal on Kim, 2nd team foul for North Central. Elmhurst has 3 team fouls. Trap inside, Sinet loses the ball, and Swanson comes up with it. The little turnaround scoop shot underneath the basket, no good. And the travel will go right back to North Central. It was Godhart getting the pass. She put her pivot foot down, at least it looked like it, at least that's what the referees are saying, and dribbled with it. So Godhart back into the game, and she has 13 points to lead all scorers in the game. But turn the ball over there, so North Central gets the ball right back. 22nd. Check that, rather, 21st turnover for Elmhurst. Resin. Now Shoemaker on the near side block. She gets hit in the face. That's going to be a foul on Mitchell. Second personal on Mitchell. 4th team foul. Here's Shoemaker going right back at Mitchell, and the foul, yes. Shoemaker will go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. Went right at Mitchell. It's going to be a second foul on Mitchell on this possession. Shoemaker very aggressive. And correction, I mentioned that last foul on Mitchell was her third. Her second personal was actually her third, and the one she just committed was her 4th. So Mitchell's got 4 personal fouls, 5 team fouls, and listen, if you can't make it to the game, this is another way to see the game. You Skype your friend right in. You got the front court seats, or you can watch it on NCTV 17 or nctv17.com, which if you're watching this, you are doing, so thank you so much for joining us. Justin Zipser here for the call of the women's game, 53-51. Cardinals down by a couple points, around 3 minutes elapsed into the second half of action. Cardinals looking to move to over 500 on the season with their overall record. They would move to 11-10 with the win. But right now, down by a couple points. Elmhurst has stayed real steady with the Cardinals all night. It's been a back and forth affair, multiple lead changes. Nice steal, it'll go to Cladis. The steal was by Resin. She gets rewarded for her work. Great pass from Cladis. Got Resin right in stride, and we have a tie game at 53 apiece. 16:30 and counting left in the second half of action here from Gregory Arena inside of Myrna Fieldhouse. Loose ball, and Elmhurst takes advantage. It was Moan on the putback. I guess there really wasn't a putback because there was no initial shot, but there was a loose ball. Moan ended up with it and put it up and in. So the Blue Jays take the lead right back, 55-53, 16:23 remaining. As you can see in the second half of action, the brain trust of Elmhurst going over their next move. Tethany Carrillo, the head coach, again, 6th year for Carrillo. A down season for Elmhurst compared to where they have been before, where they were last year, 16-9 overall. They are 9-11 this year. 6-3 in conference play. Same conference record for North Central and Michelle Roof. North Central, if they can win out in their conference schedule, that still needs to be determined. They have Elmhurst obviously right now, and then on the 6th, that's a Wednesday. Next Wednesday, they have Illinois Wesleyan, one of the powers in the conference. Augustana, North Park, Milliken. Those are the remaining 5 games after tonight. If the Cardinals can win out in conference play, it would be their first winning conference record since the 1999-2000 season. So it's been quite a while since the Cardinals have had a winning record in conference play. Not to say they haven't had success in the past. They had a winning record overall. That includes conference and non-conference games back in the 2004-2005 season. That's when they went 15-10. And that was the last time they were over 500 overall. And Cardinals with a great chance to do that this season. They're at 10-10 right now with tonight's game and 4 remaining additionally after that. Again, if they can go over 500 overall, it will be the first time since 2005. It's been quite a drought. Cardinals with the ball, chance to take the lead or tie. Nice job by Vaughn stepping in between the pass from Newsom to Cooling. Went out of bounds off of Vaughn, so it'll stay with North Central with 23 in the shot clock. North Central shooting 39% from the field, 19 of 49. Compare that to the 55% for Elmhurst. Elmhurst doing a good job of getting those easy baskets. Excuse me. Breaking the press. Shot was no good from Newsom, I believe, and we got a foul called on the scrum for the rebound. It's on Swanson. Not Jenny Swanson, number 1, Katie Swanson of Elmhurst. Jenny not in the game for North Central right now, so that alleviates some confusion. Here's Cooling near side. And she traveled with it, did not initiate the dribble before she went off of her pivot foot. Turnover number 16 for North Central, 22 of those for Elmhurst. So North Central still winning that battle, the turnover margin battle. They are 7th in the nation. They have a plus 10 turnover margin on average. Trying to force another one here. They got to get it past the timeline. And it's a timeout, I believe, called by Elmhurst before the turnover. And that's indeed the call. Full, it doesn't matter what kind of timeout it is. Either way, Elmhurst get another shot to inbound the ball, get it across the timeline. 55-53 is your score. We'll be back with that Elmhurst possession right here on NCTV Channel 17.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to like, you know, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Back here on NCTV Channel 17, North Central College women's basketball down by a couple of points to Elmhurst of Elmhurst College. 55-53 is the score. 15:45 remaining in the second half. Again, we have a doubleheader for you tonight. This is just the first part. The Cardinals and Blue Jays will get set for a matchup, the men's version, coming up at around 7 o'clock, maybe a little bit later, depending on how long this game goes. Jenny Swanson leading the team in scoring. The Cardinals with 9 points. And Elmhurst with the ball. Again, they have to, they called the timeout before the break because they were about to get called for a 8-second violation before getting it over the timeline. Here they can't even inbound the ball before the 5-second rule. So that's a turnover. North Central very stingy with their full court press here tonight. They start on their own side of the court. And they give it right back to Elmhurst. It was Emily Murphy pushing off on Vaughn. You saw Vaughn hit the deck there underneath the basket. Either way, I may have been wrong there. It looked like Murphy was the one to push Vaughn down, but they called the foul on Swanson. That was her first personal. 3rd team foul. Almost stolen away by Johns. We'll stay with Elmhurst off of Johns. .24 on the shot clock for Elmhurst to work with, but first they got to worry about inbounding and getting across the timeline, which they do in rapid succession. Break the press, Vaughn to the hoop. She puts up an uncontested layup. And now a 4-point advantage for the Blue Jays. John's trying to get those 2 points right back. She's no good. Emily Murphy almost pulled down that one-handed rebound. Goes to Elmhurst eventually. Now they have to break that press once again. Foul on the way up, it was Claire Monroe heading to the bucket. She was fouled by Johns. First personal on Bobby, 4th team foul. It's a shooting foul, so Monroe will head to the line for a couple of shots. First points of the game for Claire Monroe. She had 5 minutes of action in the first half, didn't put up any statistics other than a couple of rebounds and a turnover in those 5 minutes of work. Splits the pair at the line. Elmhurst now 14 of 16 from the line. Still doing a bang-up job from the charity stripe, and they take a 5-point advantage. Under 15 to play here in the second half of action from Gregory Arena, side of Myrna Fieldhouse. Johns probing, and now she kicks out to Wilson for the 3. She gets it to go. Kim Wilson with her 3rd bucket of the game. She's got 9 points, tied for the at least the 2nd leading scorer on the team with Jenny Swanson. She's got 9 points as well. Lauren Shoemaker's got 11 to lead the team. It's a quick foul on Kim Wilson after the shot. It's her 4th personal. Kim will take a seat on the bench along with every other Cardinal on the floor. Another line change for North Central. Press is broken. It's always a victory for Elmhurst each time they are able to do that. Sets up easy shots here. They have to work a little bit harder than usual. Moan, bad shot. She gets her own rebound. Put back no good either. It's slapped away by Resin. Here she goes. 2-on-1 for North Central. Nice pass inside to Shoemaker. Yes, and the foul. Great individual effort from Resin. Gets the steal. And the beautiful pass setting up Shoemaker right in stride. And Lauren, of course, doing the dirty work underneath the basket for the shot. The foul was on Monroe. First personal, 7th team foul. Shooting free throws from here on out. The Cardinals will be. Shoemaker completes the 3-point play. North Central takes their lead right back. I believe it is their first lead of the second half. Almost another turnover. Elmhurst corrals it though. It's Sinet. 20 on the shot clock, getting double teamed. And they find a wide open Elmhurst player on the other side of the court. Up and in for Whitney Schaefer. First basket of the game for Schaefer. Excuse me, rather second. She's 2 of 3 from the field. Here's a drive from Cladis, no good, but she gets slapped on the way up. Schaefer on the foul. Good, Schaefer just made that basket on the other end. She gets hit with a foul. First personal on Schaefer, 8th team foul. Either way, Cladis headed to the line for a couple shots at the line. Slowly but surely, as we have another line change for the Cardinals, North Central sneaking up in that free throw statistic. Again, Elmhurst did such a great job in the first half, 14 of 16 from the line. And now with those 2 free throws, North Central 9 of 11. So percentage-wise, North Central sticking with Elmhurst, and they have more free throws this half than Elmhurst. Almost another turnover, but Elmhurst keeps the ball. Rebounding has been better for North Central in the second half as well. Again, at halftime, it was a plus 12 rebounding margin for Elmhurst. Now it's only 9. So North Central make a little bit of headway in both the rebounding and free throw percentage department. Ball thrown off of Murphy. It'll stay with Elmhurst yet again. I feel like I've been saying that all night long. 16 on the shot clock to work with. Here's Mitchell right around Beck. Nicely done by Mitchell. 10th point of the game for her. And on the other end, up and good. Kim Wilson, another bucket for her. 4th three-pointer for Kim for the game. Press broken, it's Vaughn from Mitchell. I mentioned Mitchell had 10 points before. She actually has 12. Shot no good from Cooling. So the leaders for Elmhurst scoring-wise, still Gotthard with 13, Mitchell with 12. And here's Vaughn making a bid amongst that group as well. She's got 6 points after that bucket. Rather 8. And on the other end, we're going fast and furious. It's Emily Murphy, and probably a good timeout here from Coach Carrillo of Elmhurst. Kind of slow down the pace a little bit. A fast pace definitely favors North Central. As the Cardinals down by one basket rather, 67-66. Single point differentiating these two teams. 12:41 remaining in the second half. They got the trap in the corner. So tough to escape from that, but a nice job, at least a good effort from Katie Swanson. It's a turnover, and Todd gets to go, and the foul. If memory serves, that is the 3rd and 1 situation for the Cardinals tonight. Doing a good job hitting their shots and getting to the line for the opportunity to complete the 3-point play. Shoemaker did that a couple of moments ago. Todd can't get the free throw to go. Still gets the 2 points out of the possession. Ball out of bounds. It'll be off Shoemaker. North Central, Elmhurst will take over possession. Cardinals by a point, though, 68-67. 12.5 remaining in the second half. Actually, you know, they called a loose ball foul, looks like, on Shoemaker as it went out of bounds. So it's her 2nd personal. Almost a turnover forced by Shoemaker. But it will stay with Elmhurst. Still a chance to get it past that timeline. The team has been struggling to break this press. But when they do, they create a lot of easy baskets for themselves. So it's really a high risk, high reward situation for both the Cardinals and Elmhurst. Pump fake, nicely done there at the hoop from Schwerdman, her 12th point of the game. 11th and 12th point for her. Johns right to the cup, no good. Hit backboard, did not hit rim. Even numbers. And Elmhurst will go out of the half court here. 3-point attempt near side, no good. A little bit long from Schaefer. And loose ball foul. North Central will head to the line. That's the double bonus now for North Central. 10th team foul on Elmhurst. That's on Schwerdman. Again, one of the leading scorers on the team. 12 points. That was her 4th personal. So she'll take a seat on the bench. Swanson at the line to go for the couple of free throws. Again, she got 2 guaranteed. Double bonus situation for North Central. Four in and 4 out for North Central. New group out there. Swanson will stay after her missed free throw. She splits the line, the pair. And it's tie game 69. Here's Newsom, interception. Pass out to Swanson for 3. No good, cannot get to go. But here's Newsom on the offensive board, and she puts it in the cup. So Newsom grabbed the steal and got the miss from Swanson and put it right back up in for a couple points. North Central with another lead, 71-69. Racing to the other side, here's Goodhart. She puts it in, 15th point of the game for her. And we are tied once again at 71. 2 very evenly matched teams. As Resin, more fast-paced action, right to the paint. Tough shot, she gets it to go. Again, these 2 teams very similar record-wise. They do things a little bit different because North Central is such a fast-paced offensive team. This basket's good for Elmhurst. Another tie game at 73, and Goodhart almost steals it away. So North Central scores more points than Elmhurst, but they give up more points as well. It all evens out in the end, really. North Central with the worst scoring defense in the conference. They give up 90 points a game. That's their season average. On their way to doing that. Also the most in the country as Michelle Todd puts up the basket. So they give up the most points in the country. They score the most points in the country. It's an interesting dichotomy. We're almost halfway through the second half of action, and it's a very closely contested game, 75-73. Cardinals on top. Elmhurst can tie or take the lead, but it's another trap in the corner. It's broken, and Sinette, easy basket. No one on her as she is on that far side block for the layup. Another tie game, 75. Here's Amanda Hoy. And Kim Wilson working her way into the paint. Nice move inside. Decides to dish it out to Gladys for three. In and out. Moan grabs the rebound. Here we go. Sees Elmhurst can break the press, and they do a good job here. Here's Vaughn to Moan. She'll take the shot herself off the backboard a couple of times. It finally falls into the basket, 77-75. Elmhurst takes a lead once again by 2. Hoy's layup. And they're going to call a foul on that. It looked like Mitchell, who I believe they're going to call the foul, got all ball, but referee saw it differently. It's not on Mitchell, excuse me. It was on Swanson, number 1, Katie Swanson. 4th personal on her. Hoy splits the first of 2 at the line, and a new group comes in for North Central. As Hoy will set up for her the second of 2 shots to try to tie the game at 77. I mentioned North Central gives up the most points in the country at 90.2. Elmhurst in the conference right in the middle at 4th as far as their scoring defense, 62.7. They've obviously not done a good job of keeping that average here tonight as North Central scored a lot of points, but they've been known to do that. Tie game at 77. Hoy hits both at the line. The key to breaking that press, at least Elmhurst has been doing a great job of it in this second half as the basket up and good, uncontested basically from Haley Rowe, excuse me. First basket of the game for Rowe, hasn't seen much action. As Shoemaker goes up over Rowe, gets fouled by her, and she'll go line for a couple shots. Anyway, the key to breaking that press, a lot of quick passes. Don't let yourself to be caught in the trap in the corner. And Elmhurst has, I would assume, taken that advice from their coach, Coach Carrillo, who has done a good job preaching that. North Central having trouble trapping Elmhurst with the press. Shoemaker gets the first of 2 at the line. Tied at 79. Shoemaker's got 16 points to lead all scorers in this game. Had a strong second half. 7 points so far for her in the second half of action. Sinette frees herself up with the pump fake. Free throw line jumper, nothing but net. Back and forth we go. Tons of ties, tons of lead changes. Right now in Elmhurst's favor. Here's Johns driving to the hole. Gets fouled, no good on the shot. She'll go line for a couple of shots. North Central very aggressive in the second half. In the first half, they shot 9 free throws. They've already exceeded that amount in the second half, up to 19 on the game. They've shot more than Elmhurst after they had a big advantage in the first half. And of those 20 free throws now, as Johns missed the first of 2, they've hit 15 of those. Good for a very commendable 75% from the free throw line. Elmhurst is 14 of 16, good for 88%. The first time for either team in which a player went to the line for 2 free throws and missed both. Cooling grabbed the rebound, but she was towing the line and exceeded it. Stepped on the line, and that'll go right to Elmhurst. Blue Jays with the 2-point advantage with 8:42 remaining in the second half. Beck, Wilson, Resin, Cooling, and Emily Murphy out there for North Central. Vaughn inside, goes up the left hand, a little bit of a wild shot. Beck comes down with the rebound, and she's on the run. She'll pull back and wait for the rest of her teammates to set up in their spots. Here's Cooling going one-on-one on the near side, no good. The form was good, nice looking runner, but the execution left something to be desired as the shot went off the front rim. Almost a steal from Resin. She knocked it away from Moan. Another wild shot from Elmhurst. They'll keep it, though, with 10 on the shot clock. Three-point shot, nothing going for Elmhurst on this possession. They still have the ball. Shot clock not reset. Three-point shot, no good. Vaughn with the rebound. Her shot, no good. And mercifully, they give it up to North Central. No points on that possession for Elmhurst. Still up by 2 points. Cooling, jump, shot, good. North Central with a 1-point advantage. Here's Cooling with a 3-point shot. Cooling's got 6 points now. She's only 2 of 6 from the field, but again, both those shots have been 3-pointers. Getting some instruction on the sideline, but still a good effort from her. She also has 5 turnovers, which may be some of the instruction that she's getting as far as not turning the ball over so often. And another, let's see, I thought they were going to call 5-second. It is indeed a 5-second call. Couldn't inbound the ball. Elmhurst has done a good job this half of breaking the press, but have had a couple of 5-second calls go against them. It's feast or famine, really, for Elmhurst. Either they break the press, get an easy basket, or they turn the ball over from a 5-second call. A little bit of delay as the referees get something in order. Either way, North Central with the ball, up by a point. 7.5 or so remaining in the second half here. Shoemaker, great pass inside. Leaves her wide open underneath the basket. Ball bounced on her head a couple times as it came down from the hoop, but I'm sure she'll take the pain because she made the basket as well. Press broken. Nice defense by Hoy and Todd to stop the easy basket. Shot no good. Another rebound from Vaughn. She finally gets it to go. Vaughn's had a couple of offensive rebounds on the last couple of possessions. Only 5'9". I guess only, kind of a relative term. But she's been doing a good job on the boards. Shot no good from North Central. Here's Vaughn once again. Tough shot, no good, but she gets hacked by Todd. Vaughn will go to the line for a couple of shots. Vaughn a lot more active in the second half. She's got 10 points on the game. Now 6 of those coming here in the second half of play. New group waiting to come in for North Central. Again, keeping the legs fresh. That is the biggest, I guess, advantage for Coach Roof's system. Every Cardinal player back, aside for a couple as they get replaced by a new group, as Vaughn missed her first free throw attempt. New players in there for Elmhurst. You saw Nikki Schaefer, number 13. Haven't seen her all too much here tonight. Vaughn missed both shots. Still a 1-point advantage for North Central. Johns. Now Bachman for 3. No good front rim. Long rebound will go to Schaefer. Great job there by Kim Schwartman. She's got 4 fouls. Watch out for that to break the press. Shot no good. Schwartman with the rebound. Fouled. Shot no good. She'll go line for a couple shots. Fouls on Newsom, her second personal, 8th team foul. Nearing the double bonus. So Elmhurst has gone cold from the free throw line. Again, they started the game 14 of 16. They have since missed their last 3 straight free throw attempts. They make it 4. It's both at the line missed by Schwartman. Newsom off the pick from Bachman. She works it inside to Beck, but a little bit too much of a reach from Mitchell. Third on Mitchell. Again, double bonus situation. Beck will go to the line for a couple of shots automatically. New group in there for North Central, taking the place of the players on the court. Wilson, Todd, Cooling. Beck shooting the free throw. And Resin out there for the Cardinals. Hoy splits the, excuse me, not Hoy. Beck splits the pair at the line. She's 2 of 4 from the charity stripe here tonight. And the referee's convening over something. It may have been a substitution thing. Cardinals up by 2 with 6:13 remaining in the second half. Both Coach Roof and Coach Carrillo look for, I guess, to plead their case. All right, they're going to call a lane violation against North Central. So Coach Roof, obviously not the beneficiary of that call. So that last bucket from Beck at the free throw line, the 1 of 2 that she hit, will be waved off. Lane violation on North Central and a foul on the inbound play. So a couple of calls going against the Cardinals and Coach Roof. Fouls on Cooling. 4th personal. She's 1 away from DQing. Sinet at the line, shoot a 1-and-1. 9th team foul for North Central. 1 more and they will be putting Elmhurst in the double bonus. First hit by Sinet. She's got 13 points. And now 14. Tie for second on the team in scoring with Stephanie Mitchell. Tess Gotthard still leading the team with 15. 20 on the shot clock. Nice pass to Murphy, who does not hit another bunny at the hoop. Second time she's done that tonight. A couple of easy baskets she could not convert on. Elmhurst retains their 1-point advantage, 5:50 left in the second half, and they're trying to extend it here with this possession. 15 on the shot clock, nice pass. Here's Gotthard, near side, no good on the shot. It was a bit long, Cooling with the rebound. Resin leading the offense here. She'll go with the runner. Not the best shot. She had a good look at it, though. It's no good. Loose ball foul. I believe they're going to call that on Todd because of the way she's reacting to the whistle. 10th team foul. Double bonus situation for Elmhurst. They'll goal line for a couple of shots here. So it's been a heavy free throw game between both squads up to this point. 44 shots taken at the line, 22 for each team. Both around 70%. Elmhurst a little bit better than that. 73 so far. Sinet hit both from the line last time at the line, and she will at the best hope for a split pair here. North Central comes in with 5 new players, including Swanson Hernandez, Shoemaker, Johns, and Sophie Newsom. See no one on the line for Elmhurst, or the elbow, I should say. They're all playing back, getting set for that high-tempo North Central offense. Elmhurst by a couple points. It's been super back and forth. No one really extending a lead more than a couple points in the second half. Here's Newsom, right side runner, gets it to go. It spun around the rim for a while and eventually fell into the cup. Tie game once again at 60. Actually, rather 86. Just under 5 minutes to play. A little runner, no good from Elmhurst. Another shot, no good. So a couple opportunities, no good for the Blue Jays. Johns taking it right to the cup. Shoemaker lost it off of her own leg, but she gets bailed out. They're going to call a foul on Elmhurst. Foul on Vaughn, third personal. Shoemaker back at the line for a couple of shots. She's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. now 4 of 5. Also 7 of 10 from the field, the game-leading score, 18 points, 4 rebounds as well. No turnovers. Nice game for Shoemaker. Again, she averages around 12 and a half points per game, so she's beyond her season average. And does get the second one to go. Split pair at the line. North Central by 1 point, 87-86. She'll take a seat on the bench, and Murphy takes her place, guarding the inbound. Schaefer's the one inbounding, gets tipped. Gladys comes up with it. North Central gets the ball back. Resin working one-on-one, but thinks better. Here she goes at it again, guarded by Sinette. Turnaround jumper, no good. Gets her own rebound, and a foul called once again on Elmhurst. Game going at a snail's pace because of all the fouls being called. Both teams in the double bonus. Kim Schwartman takes a seat on the bench, and in her place comes Katie Swanson. Resin hits both of the line. Now a three-point advantage for North Central, largest it's been in quite a while. And it's another 5-second call. Seemed like a fast 5, but it was a 5-second call nonetheless. So North Central forces the 28th turnover of the game. Again, I mentioned Coach Carrillo did a good job, at least forcing the issue for Elmhurst, did a good job of breaking the press, but that's now the third time they've been unable to inbound the ball before that 5-second call. Finally, Murphy gets it to go. She had a couple of good looks earlier in the game, and nice move around Mel Schwerdman. Timeout called by Elmhurst, and Coach Carrillo, they want to talk it over. North Central has extended the lead to 5 all of a sudden. And 91-86 is your score. 4:18 remaining in the second half. We'll be back with more action right here on NCTV. Stick with us.
Hunger is a problem in our community,
I've got an idea.
but we can help by raising awareness and working together with friends and neighbors. We can make a difference. Your donations of food, money, or time will help end hunger in our community.
Be a part of it.
We're a part of it! I'm a part of it.
To be a part of it, contact Loaves and Fishes Community Food Pantry.
Back here on NCTV 17, Elmhurst and North Central battling for the lead all game, really, especially the second half. Bunch of lead changes as we are with about 4:18 remaining left in the second half. Largest lead of the second half for North Central at 5 points, 91-86. Elmhurst has shot the ball very well here tonight, 53% from the field. But they have turned the ball over 28 times, which has been creating easy baskets for North Central. Also a ton of free throws for both squads, 26 for North Central, 24 for Elmhurst. We're at 50 between each team. Both teams shooting very well at the line, so it's basically a wash at that statistic. Here Swanson finally escapes from that trap on the near side. 15 on the shot clock. Elmhurst with the ball. Schwerdman gets it to go. Nicely done there on the near side block. Took the contact from Todd. And here's Resin. Nice move, freed her up underneath the hoop, but did not go. North Central keeps it off the offensive board. 3:45 and counting left here in the second half. Another nice move from Murphy. She's doing a great job in the paint in the last couple of possessions. Couple of baskets for Murphy. Couple of nice moves as well to free her up. Another 5-point lead for North Central, 93-88. 3.5 remaining in the second half. Kick ball, let's see who it's off of. Looks like it was off of Elmhurst, so North Central. I'll wait and see who's going to try to pick up the ball underneath the hoop for the inbound. And finally, okay, it's Elmhurst. So it's off North Central. Elmhurst will keep the ball. 3.5 still remaining in the second half. Godhart, leading scorer on the team with 15 points, passes it off. Inside, here's Schwerdman. Took the contact is Swanson. A late whistle, but it was a whistle nonetheless. You saw Schwertman hit Newsom. Newsom fell over, drawing the foul. And then Schwertman kind of just froze up, almost expecting the whistle to come. And it wasn't until after she kind of froze up for a second that the whistle came. So who knows what would happen if she just played through it. Maybe she gets the benefit of the doubt. Either way, it'll go for North Central against Schwertman. That's her 5th of the game. She's been DQ'd, and they're waiting for her to leave. Waiting for a sub from Coach Carrillo. Still waiting. Not sure what Coach Carrillo is saying here. I mean, it was a 5th foul on Schwertman. And finally she comes out. Her sister Kim comes in for her. She's got 4 fouls, so if Kim gets one more, she'll foul out just like her sister Mel, you see on the bench there. Almost traveled from Hoy, but no call. Here it goes into Shoemaker. Nice passing. Hoy can't corral the hot pass. Newsom there to keep it for North Central. 16 and counting on the shot clock. North Central by 5 points. They get it into Shoemaker. Nice pass inside to Hernandez, a little bit strong on the shot. Mitchell grabs the board for Elmhurst. On the other end, Godhart beat the defense. There's no defense in the backcourt. I mean, Newsom was close, but Godhart had the step on her. Now she has 17 points. Hernandez for 3 on the other side. Back and forth we go. Nearing 2.5 remaining in the second half. That could be a very big bucket from Lauren Hernandez, pushing the lead to 6. Biggest of the second half for the Cardinals. Trap on Godhart. She gets out of it. And here's a 3 from the other side from Elmhurst. Up and good. Huge bucket from Sinet. Single possession game. Once again, huge shot from both squads. Lauren Hernandez on one side, pushed to 6, back down to 3. And the 3-point shot from Sinet. 2 minutes and counting. Got a foul. Swanson was driving towards the bucket on the far side. She got hit. Foul was on Sinet, 3rd personal on her. Swanson hits the first of 2 at the line. Let's go over some of the foul situations because there's a lot of players with a lot of fouls as Swanson gears up to push the lead to 5 points. Can't do it, but Murphy gets the rebound. Her shot up and good. Huge bucket, huge rebound and bucket from Murphy. Now it's a 6-point lead once again for North Central. 2-possession game, about 1:50 left in the game. Press broken. Inside's Mitchell with the left hand, no good. Todd strong defense, ball out of bounds, and it will be, waiting for the call, it'll be off of Elmhurst. As mentioned, the foul situation. Here we go for North Central. Cooling and Wilson each with 4, and Todd with 3. For Elmhurst, Swanson has 4. Kim Schwerdman has 4. Her sister Mel already fouled out, and Tess Goodhart has 4 as well. So 3 players with 4 fouls and 1 that's already fouled out. 1:15 left in the second half. Both teams in the double bonus. Cladis falls over, and no chance for Todd to put a shot up. It's a shot clock violation. And Elmhurst will take over the ball. 5 in, 5 out. Another line change for the Cardinals. Elmhurst needs a bucket here. It's a 2-possession game still. 6 points. North Central will take a timeout. So that's your situation. 99-93. 1:09 left in the game. A 2-possession game. Both teams in the double bonus. Again, the big thing, I guess, at halftime was the rebounding advantage for North Central. For Elmhurst. It was at 12 at halftime. 1 point, it went down to 9. It's back up to 12. So even though North Central has that rebounding deficit, which they've had so many games this season, they average around a deficit of 11 per game, they still have the lead. It's been off the heels of some good shooting in the second half. Lauren Shoemaker's got a number of baskets, and she leads the team in points as well with 19. Cardinals have also done a good job at the line, 19 of 28. They've kind of cooled off a little bit. They were doing much better in the earlier parts of the game, but that's still good for 68%. Elmhurst at around 71% of their 24 free throw attempts. North Central's made 12 three-point shots in this game. That's really been the big difference in the game. They're 12 of 35 from three-point land. Again, they lead the nation in average three-point shots made per game with 11.6, and they're right at that average with 12. On the other side of the coin, Elmhurst has only attempted 8 of those three-point shots. They've only made 2. So that's a big difference there. That's doing my math. That's a difference of 10 three-point shots between the two squads. Big reason why North Central has this 6-point lead. And North Central has forced nearly 30 turnovers, which they do so often. A fast-paced full-court press, and easy call there. I'm not sure what Sinet was doing. She kind of jumped up, a little bunny hop. It's a travel. Big loss of possession for Elmhurst. They had a chance to cut the lead to 4-3, depending on what they did. Still two-possession game, and it remains a 6-point deficit for Elmhurst. Under a minute to play. North Central in the driver's seat. It's their game to lose right now. Bobby Johns going 1-on-1 near the top of the key with Sinet. 19 on the shot clock. North Central just kind of waste clock, and finally Sinet will intentionally foul Bobby Johns and send Bobby to the line for a couple of shots. Again, double bonus situation for both squads. See Coach Carrillo talking with Sinet there for a second. I'm not sure if she was supposed to foul immediately. Or maybe it was a threshold that once North Central passed in that possession that they were supposed to foul. Either way, Johns heads the line for a couple of shots. Hits the first of 2. First point of the game for Bobby in her 17 minutes of action. 0 of 4 from the field. And now 1 of 3 at the line. Has 4 assists and a couple rebounds too. Hits both. 101-93, 42 seconds and counting at Gregory Arena. North Central on their way to the 11th win of the season. Inside shot no good. North Central, and Michelle Todd with the rebound. She gets fouled immediately. Foul was on Kim Schwerdman. That's her 5th. So both Schwerdman sisters foul out in this game. And she gets both to go. 103-93, the lead extended to double digits. The waning moments of this game. Shot no good, 3-pointer from Swanson. Somehow gets to Mitchell, trying to save the ball. Mitchell misses. And Sinet will foul Johns intentionally, and that'll extend this game a few more moments. Again, we got men coming up after this game. If I had to guess, at around 7:30, the tip would be around between these two squads, North Central and Elmhurst. See some of the important players in this game, Murphy and Swanson laughing on the bench. They've had a strong second half, a strong game really all around for North Central. And the rebounding was a problem, as it's usually been. But North Central has shot the ball well from beyond the arc, which is their calling card. They forced a lot of turnovers. They did what they needed to do. They've done what they've done well all season. And it will result in a win. Both shots hit at the line. Under 5 seconds to go, shot from Godhart, no good. Resin with the board, and that's all she wrote. 105-93 is your final score. North Central moves to 11-10 on the season, 4-6 in CCIW play. Elmhurst drops to 9-12, 3-7 in conference play as well. The leading scorers for North Central, and there were a couple of standout performances really, but none greater than Lauren Shoemaker. As you see, the bench excited as they exchange handshakes. Lauren Shoemaker, 19 points to lead all scores. Cardinals also got 12 points from Kim Wilson, who hit 4 3-pointers, 11 points from Jenny Swanson, 10 from Callie Resin. For Elmhurst, they were led by a number of players in scoring, a nice balanced attack. 17 points from Tess Godhart, 18 from Karen Sinet. She led the team with 18. 14 apiece from Stephanie Mitchell and Mel Schwertman. And again, North Central out-rebounded by a large number, 10, but they shot the ball well. They had 12 3-pointers in the game, right at their season average. They forced 30 turnovers as Coach Roof and Coach Carrillo talked things over. Nice, evenly matched matchup. Again, Carthage won the first of these 2 matchups this season at Carthage, but North Central takes the home version. So that's the game, 105-93. You see the men warming up, getting set for the second part of the doubleheader, which we will have right here on NCTV. Thanks so much for joining us.